What's up, foodies? So as you know, I'm going to Greece in August, and I've been walking up to 20 kilometers a day and trying to stay active and eating like a Greek while I do it. And after a long walk, I want something simple and fresh. So today we're going to make my favorite Greek tomato and feta fritters. These are crispy, full of flavor, and really tasty. The first time I tried these fritters was in Santorini. The island's volcanic soil and sunshine makes their tomatoes incredibly sweet and full of flavor. Since we don't live in Santorini, we don't have Santorini tomatoes, but we can get pretty close. So let's get into it. First, let's start by adding 3 finely diced Roma tomatoes to a bowl, and then we're going to add in 2 grated Roma tomatoes. Now, I can't stress this enough, really good, ripe tomatoes make all the difference here. These fritters are mostly tomatoes, so if your tomatoes aren't great, the fritters won't be as good. And since we're not in Santorini, using really good ripe tomatoes is important here. Now, you can use a can of chopped tomatoes and their juices if you don't have access to fresh ripe tomatoes. Then follow that up with 3 finely chopped green onions. Then toss in about a cup each of chopped mint, parsley, and dill. You're looking about a cup each once it's chopped. Then go ahead and toss in a tablespoon of dried Greek oregano. And if you can't get your hands on Greek oregano, any oregano is fine. Now it's time to add in the best feta cheese you can find, roughly about 250 grams or just over half a pound. Then season with a teaspoon of salt. Then give it a good mix and let it sit for about 10 minutes. This is going to give time for our tomatoes to release their juices and give something for our flour to absorb. And speaking of our flour, once it's rested, add in 150 grams of flour. Then add in a teaspoon and a half of baking powder and a pinch of black pepper. Then stir it gently until the flour is incorporated and sticks together. You're kind of looking for a really thick pancake batter. Now if your batter's too dry, add a splash of water, and if it's too wet, add a little bit more flour. Play with it a bit till you get the right consistency. Now while our batter is resting, I'm going to heat a good splash of good quality olive oil in a pan over medium heat. I'm going to add just enough olive oil to shallow fry these fritters. Now I'm using Calicori olive oil, and I've been using this brand for years. I love it and I really trust the brand. I know it's 100% olive oil, it's full of flavor, and Calicori comes from a small family grove in Greece, run by people who've been making olive oil for generations. This video is sponsored by Calicori olive oil. Cooking the fritters in olive oil fills the kitchen with an amazing aroma, and it makes you feel like you're back in Santorini while you're cooking. So much, my wife came downstairs while I was cooking as she could smell it in her office, and I brought her back to Santorini. Once your oil is hot, spoon some of the fritter batter into the pan and press it lightly into small patties. Now don't worry about them being perfect, they're supposed to be rustic. Then fry them for 3 to 4 minutes per side until they're deep golden brown and crispy. Make sure you keep an eye on the heat so they don't burn. The first batch might take a little bit of a trial and error to get them perfect, but once you do, you'll be golden. No pun intended. Once done, transfer them to a plate lined with paper towel and sprinkle them with a little salt. These fritters are best served hot. I like having a bowl of Greek yogurt or a nice batch of fresh tzatziki on the side for dipping. And if you need a recipe for tzatziki, you can grab the link in the description below. Sometimes I also like to sprinkle a little extra oregano on top, just for that classic aroma and flavor. It's a small touch, but really makes a big difference. These are fresh, bright, and light, perfect after a long walk or really any time you want a snack that feels satisfying but not heavy. And honestly, sometimes I eat them straight out of the pan. Now I like to batch cook these so I can have an easy side with my dinner. Now I just pop them into an air fryer for a few minutes to crisp them back up and heat them through. Make sure you give them a try, even playing around with different types of herbs to make it your own. I know adding basil makes them really tasty. And if you want to follow my journey of walking 20 kilometers a day and eating amazing Greek food as I try to hit my goal of 50 pounds down by the time I land in Greece, make sure you subscribe and stay updated. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up, and until next time, foodie out.